Today's story is about Rabbit and Frog family. How to respect and promise each other in summer season. Hello friends. Welcome to my channel story named as Heron and Frog. Once upon a time, in a lush and verdant valley, there lived a group of hares and a community of frogs. The hares were a boisterous and proud bunch, always boasting about their speed and agility. They would often challenge each other to races, and their swift hops left the other creatures in awe. The frogs, on the other hand, were more reserved and contemplative. They lived in a nearby pond, leading a peaceful and quiet existence. They admired the hares' speed but found no reason to compete with them. The frogs were content with their lives, cherishing the tranquility of their watery abode. One hot summer day, as the sun blazed fiercely in the sky, a great drought befell the valley. The once lush grass turned yellow and withered away, and the ponds started to dry up. The hares, who relied on the vegetation for food, began to suffer from hunger. They couldn't find enough to eat and grew weaker by the day. Desperate and on the brink of starvation, the hares thought about the pond where the frogs lived. They realized that despite the drought, the pond still had some water left. The hares approached the frogs with a request for help. "We are starving, dear frogs," pleaded one of the hares. "Please, share some of the water from your pond with us. We promise not to harm you, and in return, we will protect you from any predators with our speed and strength." The frogs, being wise and compassionate creatures, felt sympathy for the hares and understood the severity of the drought. They discussed among themselves and decided to help their neighbors in need. "Very well," said the frog leader. "We shall share our pond's water with you. But promise us that you will not trample our homes or harm us in any way." The hares gratefully accepted the frog's offer and drank from the pond, quenching their thirst and saving themselves from starvation. True to their word, they didn't harm the frogs, and the two communities started to coexist peacefully. As time passed, the drought finally ended, and the valley returned to its former lush state. The hares were once again agile and energetic, and their boasting resumed. "We are the fastest and strongest creatures in the valley," proclaimed one of the hares. "Yes, that may be true," replied a wise old frog, "but remember, it was the kindness and compassion of the frogs that saved you during the drought. Speed and strength are admirable, but humility and gratitude are equally important virtues." The hares pondered upon the frog's words and realized the wisdom in them. From that day on, the hares learned to be more humble and appreciative of the other creatures in the valley. They recognized the value of different strengths and abilities, understanding that each creature played a vital role in maintaining the balance of nature. And so, the hares and the frogs lived harmoniously in the valley, respecting each other's unique qualities and helping one another in times of need. They became an example of unity and cooperation, showing that even the most different beings could find common ground and live together in peace. Moral of the story: helping each other at the time of need and live friendly.